Time to revisit that sarcophagus and try out this new lockpick. It's a passageway that leads farther underground. Oh boy, I guess I have to climb down through this sarcophagus. Darn, the passage is blocked. But it looks like someone's been using flash boom to get deeper underground. This is my chance to finish the excavation and find that lost footage first. All right. Whoa, where am I? I need to find a way to light up this room. Wow, cool. Let's check this place out.
ZB Collingwood here. It is January 25th, 1937. Today, Pharaoh at long last wrapped. To say that it has been a tumultuous shoot is an understatement. I have convinced the studio that the entire set should be bulldozed over immediately. Given all that's happened, such a burial, dark and dramatic, is bound to generate massive amounts of free publicity, I told them. Which is true. But it's not the whole truth. That is what I shall bury, the truth in its entirety, so that someday, some worthy soul can discover it.
Oops, I'd better try this again. The lost footage. It really exists. Oh my gosh. The director kept the original Jewel of Karnak for himself.
So, where is it?
Ada? How'd you get here?
I followed you. I've been following you ever since I more or less told you to look in Arthur's safe. So where's the jewel?
The Jewel of Karnak? It was never here. Not the real one, at least. The director couldn't resist having an exact replica made and keeping the original for himself. It's all right here in this letter.
There's no Jewel of Karnak in here? I don't believe it! Here we are on the very set where the original Pharaoh was shot, just like I planned, only there's no jewel? How am I supposed to get rich and famous now?
By being the star of this movie, maybe?
Are you kidding? Even I'm smart enough to know this movie is going to be a disaster! Unless... what if disaster were to strike again? Oh my gosh. If someone were to die as tragically and mysteriously as Lois Manson did on this movie, oh my gosh, it would make headlines all over the world!
Ada, what are you talking about?
Publicity! You die in a cave-in down here. We finish the film in your memory. It opens, bam! Smash hit! And I'm rich and famous after all.
I die in a cave-in?
Yeah, that part's kind of a bummer. But hey, that's showbiz. It was a pleasure working with you, Nancy. Bye-bye.
to collapse.
Ah!
Well, Ida, looks like you got your wish for publicity after all. Time to see what's on this lost footage. Oh, it's Lois Manson. She's alive? That's the Jewel of Karnak. So Lois Manson didn't die from a snake bite while filming the first Pharaoh after all. Actress said she faked the whole thing. The director was obviously in on it, as well as the coroner who signed her death certificate. So she must have been some kind of spy or federal witness or something. In any case, once the camera stopped rolling, she vanished into history. As for the Jewel of Karnak, which Lois apparently stole from the director after he switched it with a fake, Arthur Hitchens returned it to the Egyptian Museum from which it had come some 80 years earlier. This generated a lot of publicity, as did Ida's very convenient nervous breakdown, which allowed her to avoid prosecution when it came to that cave-in. As a result, the new Pharaoh movie was a smash hit. Arthur was thrilled. Molly McKenna, who, believe it or not, wound up adopting that stray black cat I'd been chasing all over the lot, didn't much care. George Jackson, however, was disappointed. Despite his denials, he deeply resented the fact that Arthur had used his considerable influence to make George unemployable unless he directed Pharaoh. He wanted the movie to tank because it would have ruined Arthur financially. Of course, it wouldn't have done wonders for George's career, but he was either too focused on payback or just plain too dumb to realize that. As for me, the Tinseltown Tattler has been hounding me for months trying to get the inside scoop of my adventure. I'm thinking I'll just have their people call my people, which means I'll have to train my people, i.e. Togo, to answer the phone. But something tells me having to talk to a dog won't faze their people one bit. I learned where my next case would take me. The Redondo, an exclusive spa where the rich and famous go to get nipped, tucked, or just plain indulged. Massages, gourmet meals, exotic beauty treatments, luxurious rooms. Unfortunately, someone has added danger to its list of amenities by planning devices that suddenly explode with potentially deadly results. Help me unmask this mad bomber before the spa's wealthy clients start checking out for good in my next adventure.